If you have children or grandchildren in your life, the holidays can be a time of great joy and giving. Watching the kids unwrap the latest electronic gadget, game, or trendy clothing has great short-term value. But what if you could give a gift that helps ensure a child's future education? Joining us now is Robert Stern from the Minnesota College Savings Plan to tell us about the gift of giving for an education. Robert, welcome very much back to our studios. And you know,
thanks for having me.
College costs are way up, let's face it. So giving the old savings bond just doesn't seem to work anymore.
No, it's interesting. You know, you can't even get an old paper savings bond. Somebody from in the government decided years ago, a number of years ago, to not issue them that way. And that's actually been a good thing for our program. We found a lot more older folks, grandparents and older parents are looking to the state's 529 plan as an alternative. So that's good news for us.
Mm-hmm. So if grandparents or aunts or uncles want to actually give a gift to a 529 plan, how do they go about doing it?
Well, we've made it as easy as we possibly can, I think. If they already know the account number of the person, they can go right on our website, which is mnsaves.org. We have a button that literally says give a gift, and with a few clicks you can move money right into their account, and that's become an ever more popular feature for us.
So how does that plan work, Robert?
Well, it's the state's 529 plan. So the way it works is that all of the money that you put in at the end of the line when you take it out, as long as you use it for college costs, tuition, room and board, that type of thing, you get to take it out tax-free. So over the years that can be enormously beneficial, all the gains that you make. And so we like to say time is on your side. So you want to start the plan as early as you can and then give it time to grow.
Is that money used for tuition only, or can it be used for other costs that are often incurred during
Great
college?
question. Actually, anything really related to the college experience. So it can be room and board, it can be tuition. The list of qualified expenses is quite long. So
what happens if I, as a parent or as a grandparent, dutifully contribute to one of these plans for years and years and try to help out my child or grandchild, and then they decide not to go to college?
Well, that's a great question. We get that a lot. You have several choices. The first thing we recommend is to switch the beneficiary. So that's one of the real flexibilities of this plan. So you would want to switch it to another child. It can be any blood relative. So that's one thing. If you can even switch it to yourself or to a spouse. If none of that works though, and you really want to get the money out, it's very much like a retirement account that you liquidate early. You can take the money out, but there is a 10% penalty for doing it.
Are there contribution limits, both minimums and maximums?
Yeah, there is a minimum. It's $25. So, and the maximum is way up there. It's $350,000.
Okay.
So that's another great question though. That's one of the reasons this plan is so popular, because anywhere in between, you know, so we have people that take so much out of their paycheck every time. We have other people who put in bonuses or Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. So really it's up to you, and there are no maintenance fees or inactivity fees or anything like that, and that's very nice too.
So a giver could give just through automatic withdrawal every month?
Absolutely, yes. Through that's a very popular way to do it. You can even have it withdrawn from your paycheck too. So it's again, the hallmark's flexibility. The program is sponsored by the Minnesota Office of Higher Education, and their mission really is to facilitate education among all Minnesotans. And so it's a direct sold plan. There are no commissions or fees involved. And so again, the idea is to figure out what works for you.
So who manages the plan and how secure is it?
Okay, great. So I work for a company called TIAA CREF, and we manage the plan. We have since its existence in 2001. Our company is Fortune 100. We were started by Andrew Carnegie, and this is an area we're very involved in. We manage 11 plans around the country, including our neighbor Wisconsin, the EdVest plan. We manage that as well. So.
And how well generally are families doing as you look around the state in terms of saving for college? Because the price is so high.
It is. You know, Denny made the great point at the beginning. You know, the costs just keep escalating. I think it's hard to think of anything that has gone up as much as going to college. And families are doing well. The one problem it really is in the area of debt though. The average undergraduate who graduates from the University of Minnesota has $30,000 in debt. That's the average. So there are people with much more than that. I like to say that with that generation, what you have is people that have a mortgage but no house, you know? And so that's where we feel we can really help. If for every dollar they can put into a plan like this, that's $1 less that they have to borrow.
And do they have to use those dollars in an institution that's in Minnesota?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. That's one of the common misconceptions. It's any accredited school. So anywhere in the U.S., anywhere even overseas. That sometimes stops people. They think, well, my child might not go to the to UMD or University of Minnesota. Doesn't matter. It can be anywhere.
All right. Robert Stern, Supervisor of the Minnesota College Savings Plan. Thank you, Bob.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.